Assalamu alaikum. Selamat pagi. And good morning, Malaysia. Because this is not only KL, I came to know that people have come from all over Malaysia, plus Australia, plus a representative from Iran, and of course, Nepal. So we have got, a united nation of DXN people here. 114 people, that's what the head count is, Star Ruby and above. So this is the cream of DXN in Malaysia. Just to let you know, I was having a road show in UAE from last about 4 or 5 days. And last night the flight was from evening till 10 o'clock in the morning. So if I'm sleeping during my lecture, don't mind it, okay? So it is a pleasure, definitely, to be with you all. Last year I was here, and after discussing with Ashish, we are in touch. Of course, he said that we need something for the leaders. And this topic which I have selected is definitely going to help you a lot in your business. You see, those who had attended my seminar and my training last year, there are 3 parts to DXN. One is the product, which is very, very powerful. The company, very, very powerful. Dr. Lim, very, very powerful. Let's give a hand to Dr. Lim now. Because of Dr. Lim, we have gathered over here because of the thing that he has done for this company. So that is one part. The second part is the business. Most of the people join DXN to earn money. Most, I'm talking. I'm not talking all of them. Most of the people. They want to earn maybe 10,000 ringgit or 100,000 ringgit. And they want to help people. So this is the second part. And this is like an ocean. You see, you can be an expert in the product within a year or 2. We have great leaders sitting right in front, and I'm sure they are giving a lot of product training is going on all around. So you have to just attend their training of Mr. Lee or Miss Jane or Meng or all that we have over here, Crown Diamonds, or even if he's a Star Ruby or she's a Star Ruby. That is not so important. The important thing is to absorb all that what they are saying out of their experience. I mean, this is not a very experience of a year or 2. They have put more than 10 years. 10 years, I'm seeing them from last 8 years, especially Mr. Lee. So 8 years, I say that I know a little bit about product myself. But continuous process is on the business part. MLM, network marketing, whatever you call it, direct selling, affiliate marketing, relationship marketing. Fourth part, last year I joined a course with John Ashraf. How many people know John Ashraf? How many people have seen The Secret movie? There is a movie called The Secret. Please raise your hand. The Secret movie. I'm sure it is available in Malaysia. If it is not, please buy one. The Secret. And the lady is from Australia, from Dr. Puvan's country, the new country. And this man was one of the compare in this movie. And I attended for 3 months his entire course on personal development or personal growth. So first is all about DXN. Second is the MLM or the business. Third is you. Because we have the best of the product, let me tell you that. The system is working from last 126 years. So how come some people are earning 1,000 ringgit and some people are earning over 50,000 ringgit? Where is the difference? That's what I'm going to cover tonight or in this session. I was talking to Ashish. I said that we have got a slogan, one world, one market, one mind. Now I'm going to add one, which I'm doing it in the Gulf. Because like you all, I have a lot of audience who are from Arab countries. People from Nepal. I go to Pakistan, India, or Bangladesh. I was in Bangladesh just in January. So I tell them that our business will only flourish when you study a lot, and that is called one language, and that language is international language called English. So without further ado, this is one of the course that I attended, and tomorrow will be a continuation of the same leadership. This is what you have, national leadership. So this has to be all related to leadership, what I'm showing. So do you think that this topic is relevant? How to find, attract, and the most important is keep the leaders, even if they are diamond. Do you think that this topic is important? Yes. Yes? All right. So if it is not important, then I can go for a break. Because this is something which you will definitely get benefit. And I have used a lot of books since last 1 year. And a lot of DVDs and CDs and all that. So, role of a leader. You all are leaders. That's why you have been invited. Star Ruby and above. Star agent, anybody can become even without working. You all know it. Because somebody is working down there, he's become a star agent on top. But for Star Ruby, he has to build up another 2 lines. Then only he becomes Star Ruby and Star Diamond. But then our journey keeps on going on. It doesn't stop. I tell to my people who are working in the Gulf that people who are working job, how many people are doing job over here? Please raise your hand. Who are doing working job? So more than 50%. They are doing job. The staff cannot raise your hand. Staff, you are part of DXN. The people who are doing job, who are you doing? For yourself or for others? For yourself. Job that you are doing. You're making your boss rich. I'm talking about job. Just obey the boss. Or they call it just over broke, because the money comes from one hand and it goes out from the other hand, or it goes from the bank from the salary comes to the bank and the bank takes it if you have taken loan. So whether it is job, and how many people are business person, not DXN? How many people are business person? They are doing some traditional business like textile business or construction business. Any businessman over here? Please raise your hand. So we have 1, 2. What type of business are you doing, sir? Construction. Is the construction still going on here in Malaysia? Because in Dubai it has stopped. All that boom which was there, it has almost come to a standstill. So even the business that you are doing, sir, or the other gentleman, you are doing it for yourself and your family. And you have hired maybe 1,000 people or 100 people, and you are taking the leverage of those people in order to grow up. In DXN, the best part is, as a leader, all of you, 10%, once you come to a level where you are not basically going for money, but you're going for more than that. What is that? Can anybody tell me? What is more than money? Help. Help others. Help a lot of people. And as Zig Ziglar says it, you help many people get what they want, you will get what you want. It's a very, very strong statement in our industry. So please make sure that you and your team has got more and more leaders. You're already a leader, try to get more leaders. Why? Why do you need more leaders? Why do we need leaders in DXN business?
Earn more income.
Just one person. Earn more income. Multiplication.
To lead the network.
To lead the network.
Helping more people.
Helping more and more people.
Fast growing.
For growing, for growth in the business. So all of you are right. But one thing I learned in these all kind of seminars that I am attending, our business revolved around leaders. Now I'm looking at the husband and wife, Mr. Lee Gi Kao and Miss Main, and I'm sure more than 50% of the people who are here is in his or their team. Right or wrong? Yes. Why I say it is because last year I was in the farm and he had accumulated, gathered about 1,200 people, and they came from all over Malaysia in 29 buses. I still remember that. That is, a sign of a leader. So if he's earning whatever he's earning is because he was just telling me right now, Mr. Ghani, that this is my 10th diamond from Nepal. 10th level diamond, imagine. So if you have 10th level diamond, so your bonus is secured forever. So now what you have to do is help more and more people to become leaders. Out of those 10 diamonds that he has got, now how many becomes like him or her? That again, it is his responsibility. But more comes from the other person who is a diamond. All right, so I will go into who is a leader. How do you define leader? For everything there is a definition. By the way, all those who are doing job or business, you can use this module for your job also. This is not only for DXN. This module you can use in your life also. Not just promoting the product of DXN. So who is a leader? Who can answer that? What type of, what do you think? Who is a leader?
Responsible.
He's a responsible person.
Quality person.
Quality, yes, higher quality, extraordinary people. Knowledgeable, yes. But knowledgeable when he's using it. He can have tons of knowledge, but if he does not use it, it's useless. That's Confucius, the gentleman who said that. What did you just say?
A person who can drive the team to do on something.
Who thinks and then he applies it in his life. All right. If you look at the slide that I have, they are high performance people. They are not ordinary people. They are high performance people who makes a difference in the life of others. You know, one of my great heroes amongst the leaders is your ex-Prime Minister, Dr. Mahathir Mohamad. You know, I'm on the other side of the world and I quote him a lot in my speeches. So, leaders, you have to start thinking that I'm a high performance person. I'm just not an ordinary person. Why some people get more as far as bonus is concerned and others are not getting is just because they are putting more. There are 3 I's. What the leaders have to do. One, when you get a person and you see the person is asking you a lot of questions. He's asking a lot of questions. So you have to inform that person. Like you said, product, business. But most important is the 2 things in DXN. One is the product knowledge and the other one is marketing plan. That's it. The rest, he has to pick it up. But you have to guide him. Inform, then involve. The second I is involvement. And involvement is going to the street or going to the field and doing this business with him or her. Because the person doesn't know how to talk. I don't mean he cannot talk. He can talk for sure, but he does not know the language of DXN. He does not know the language of business. So you have to really, help him. And that's where you get involved. And slowly and steadily, you become kind of a family member. We say, whenever anybody signs, you say, welcome to DXN family. We say it or we don't say it? We say it. When we say it, do we mean it? That is it. Just think over it. Do you mean it? Because if you have about 10 people or maybe 20 people signed up in that month, is it possible for you to be with each and every person and know his entire background, his need and want? Is it possible with 20 to 30 people that you are signing? It is difficult. So after involvement comes the inspiration. A lot of people ask me, sir, how to motivate people. I said, not possible. You cannot motivate people. You cannot change people. And you cannot convince people. Please note it down. If somebody says that I can motivate that person, the motivation has to come from inside. So inspiration, why the person wants to do DXN, only he knows his why. It can be initially health, because we are not getting younger, we are getting older every day. Second thing is the financial aspect, for which we study and we struggle and finally get a job, and in the job we are stuck up. Because I was like you too one day, and those days were very, very long days. Almost close to 30 years I worked. And Alhamdulillah, DXN gave me that freedom. The job that I was doing, training the pilots, was not a ordinary job, but from the salary point of view, from the money point of view, it was very good. So from the money point of view, I didn't have any problem. I had a beautiful house in Canada. I was driving Mercedes at that time also. There was no problem. But then why did I join DXN? A lot of people ask me that. I wanted freedom. Freedom. Country gets the freedom. Whether it is Malaysia or whether it's USA or Canada or it is India or any place. But the people do not get freedom. People are still slaves to their job or to whatever they are doing. So why I'm sharing my own story is that thanks a million and billion and trillion time that freedom is there in DXN. And that cannot be counted in money. It is much higher. All right. Leadership, is it a concept or a title, or is it this what I'm putting on over here? Is it a crown ambassador or something? Or is it the money that I'm earning or people are earning? Is that leadership or is that leader? No. Leader is to serve others and serve many, many, not just few. All leaders, I'm talking about on the country level, they serve millions of people. I'm talking about honest leaders. But in DXN, you see, when you are helping other people, people come to know about you. You cannot, just show that you are a leader and helping. People there's this thing called sixth sense. There's a gut feeling from inside. How sincere you are. Leader is a professional student of business. Now you have to keep in mind that you are a business student. Business does not mean just the money part, but it has got a very big concept behind it. So you have to keep on improving yourself. The third part, you. And believe you me, there are thousands of books available on personal growth, on leadership only. People come from US, Canada, Germany, UK, and they give lecture in Dubai because I sometimes attend that, and those are very, very expensive. It's the same thing that they are taught. You know how much you have to pay? Something like about $300 to $500 to $1,000 for that one day leadership seminar. I was there about 2 weeks back. This was a leadership camp again, but this was not DXN, this was non-DXN. So you have to ensure where all these seminars are taking place. And even if you learn one word out of that whole day or 2 days is good enough, and you apply it. So that is the first point. The second point is, the leaders are independent people. They are doing the business without your checking. When I used to do my job of training, I used to tell them, what is a discipline? Who can define discipline? What is the word in Malay? Discipline? Is it a difficult word? Or a simple word? What is the word? Discipline? Discipline, same. Oh, very good. This is the, thanks God. We don't have to translate that word. Discipline is discipline. And why Malaysia is so ahead of other countries is because you are all very disciplined people. You see, amongst all the Muslim countries, I tell there also in Saudi Arabia and in Dubai, I said the one country that I look up is Malaysia. I said they are number one in the world. Of course they don't like it because they think that they are having all the things there, but I said it's not that. There are more to it, and that is humbleness. So when we say a discipline, discipline is a person who's fully independent and doing the work without you being on the head. If I have a stick, you know, with your children, I'm sure a lot of the people are gray hair and some are a little bald, not like me. I don't see anybody like with my hairstyle. Everybody that I'm looking at is having a full hair or half hair, which is going back. The important thing is when we are, teaching our children not to smoke, for example. So we should be talking in a way that once we are out of his room, or when the kid is outside with a friend, he's not smoking. That is called discipline. You understand? It's a very simple concept. It's so we have to get more discipline. If there is a time given, 4:30, it should be 4:25. And this is what I learned in the Air Force. If you are on time, you are late, which means you have to be 5 minutes or 10 minutes before. So you plan your schedule. There'll be traffic. We are in Kuala Lumpur. So, you have to plan and then do that part of. So the leader is the person who does the business without you being on the head, but you have to make him independent. This is the third part. The leaders are people who handles problem, challenges. I don't say problems. Problem is a very common word. It's the challenge. And if somebody say problem, I say happy problem. Always remember, problems are there. We are in the world. We are not in the paradise. We are not in the heaven. We are in the world. You understand that? So the leaders should be able to handle problems. How do you find leaders? Anybody from the back? How do you find leaders? Are leaders born or are leaders made? They are made. In our industry, why we have got a black mark? You know what's a black mark? People talk bad about our industry is because of this thing. How do you find leaders? Steal them. Very easy. Bribe them. Get them. Why you are wanting to be with him? I am a guy, from whatever place. So you should be with me. You are my friend. He has approached you before. No problem. Be with me. I'll help you do this. You are basically, people. Not over here, even in the USA I've seen. Because people call me. Because I'm in the Google as well as I've got website, which you've seen it before. And afterward also. I said, I'm not for sale. Sorry, sir. I am for DXN forever. So leaders have to, respect. If Mr. Ligi Cow tell me, Mr. Ghani, take care of this person who's a Pakistani guy or a Canadian living in Dubai. So I'll ask him, give me the number of the person under whom he should be signed, rather than that person goes underground. Basically, he's not gone underground, he is signed with me. That is called stealing. So take this very important message and pass it on to your people. The people who steal cannot survive in the business for a long time. Whether it is an individual or whether it is a company. I've seen companies also. Companies from Malaysia working in Dubai stealing our leaders. And today those people are on the street. And they were before I had joined, 1 year before. So, how do you find leaders? You find leaders who are from the scratch. From zero level you build them up. And they will salute you every time. If they don't salute you, they will bless you. So leaders are mostly made. I'm a man, but I can always touch the stomach area. The baby who is in the womb, when he comes out, he does not come out with a flag of his party or a country, Malaysian flag. The baby was born. So he's not a leader, he's just a baby. All babies are same, whether black or white or brown. Right? With hair or without hair. With more RGGL, the babies are having more hair. This is some people told me. All right. How do you find leaders? Did I go back? You find leaders when you talk to many people. You just cannot get. People say, those people who are crown ambassador, they are very lucky people. Who are crown diamond, they are very lucky people. They can be lucky with 1%, with 2%. But not with 100 or 1,000 or 10,000 people. So you have to talk to many, many people to find that diamond. I'm talking about the actual diamond. The actual diamond is from carbon, from black. It is dirty. Not the beautiful diamond you are looking in your pens. It takes a long time. And when we were there in the diamond factory in Amsterdam, remember, Mr. Lee, when they were cutting the diamond, the raw diamond which was coming from Johannesburg or someplace in South Africa. So I asked a question to the diamond cutter that while you are chiseling and making that diamond, raw diamond into that beautiful diamond, how much is the wastage? The powdery one? He said more than 70%. This I'm talking about the diamond factory that we visited the first time that we went to. So 70 to 80% of your effort will be there, which will be just going like that. Then you find one leader who is going to stay there for yourself, for DXN, for himself. But more important is he should be staying for himself more rather than just to make you happy. All right, see how they respond. So what is there is, you ask them a question and see how they respond. You know a deck of card? How many aces are there in a card? 4. Can a jack become an ace? Is it possible? You said quality is required. That quality is in the ace, in the deck of, in 52 cards. I'm not saying that you start playing cards from tomorrow, that is not a good thing. Okay. But I'm talking about, you should know, in a deck of card, you've got 52 and then there are jokers. So, we are running after jokers basically. There are 2 jokers or 4 jokers, I don't know how many jokers in a card there is. You don't expect a joker to work like an ace. That's the problem that we are having in the field. We have to have an eye to find the right person. So the leaders are few. They are not many. But you have to work and make them many. Our game, network marketing, is a number game. You have heard it so many times. Till they join you, then it becomes a people's game. Number game, please note it down. Number, how many people you are talking every day? With the intention of helping. Not with the intention of making him or her a member or selling the product. Then there is a selfishness. Find out what does the person want. So you have to talk to a lot of people. And finally, what do you understand by people's game? What is people's game? Any idea? You have to love people. That is called people's game. I'm going to talk more on that a little bit later. Where do you find leaders? Can I have the answer? Where do you find leaders?
Among the people.
Amongst the people. All over, everywhere. So, everywhere there are leaders. Not in a certain place or in a palace. You see, I have gone to an air academy to do my basic training in a little bit of flying and engineering in the academy. And even the Sultan of Brunei, who's your neighbor in Malaysia, right? He went to Sandhurst for his training. Sultan of Oman, he was there in Sandhurst for training. So training is an integral part of our leadership. Why Ashish or why DXN, why Dr. Lim stresses too much is training you have to do, but this is by them, how much you are doing for yourself. So leaders are everywhere, and are they highly qualified? Yes, no? No. The Muslims know our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He could not write and he could not read. He is called Ummi. And a guy, Mr. and Mrs. Hart, the top 100 personalities or leaders in the world. There's a beautiful book which is written maybe 20-30 years back. I read that book. Right from Adam till the time he wrote the book, he had listed top 100 people, and he had put Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as number 1. And he could not read or write. Can you imagine that? So like him, there are so many in the world who are not educated, but they are. They have that thing. They can see not till here, but they can see much beyond, where the eyes also cannot see. You must have heard of a lady called Helen Keller, who was blinded when she was very small. She was a blind lady. And imagine she went to the president's, the White House in US. She talks about vision. Not what you see here, but what you see from inside. All right. Are they very social people? They're dancing around, jumping around. They've got a huge network. Some of them, yes. Some of the leaders you'll find, they are not very talkative, but they're very mellow, very quiet, but still they are leaders. Because they have got this very, very kind, generous heart. What did I say? People's game. You have to like people. Don't have to be very social and try to pose that I am something, education-wise, look-wise. I say to people, the beauty lies within, inside, not outside, how you look. You agree with me? The beauty is inside. People come to know there are a lot of beautiful people, but they are not so beautiful when you interact with them. And they are not so very beautiful people to look at, physical. But from inside they are so beautiful. So you have to become that person. Are they born leaders? Of course, you have given me the answer. They are not born leaders. Anybody who can recognize this man? What is his name? Because I bought his first book from Malaysia, from Petronas Tower. When everybody was taking picture with the Twin Tower, I asked, do you have a bookstall in your mall? He said, yes, on the 3rd floor. So I went up and I bought his book because I could not get this book in Dubai. Anybody who can tell me the name of this person? He is one of the greatest networker in the world living. And fortunately, I'm a student from last 6 years. And I was trying to, and he's a Canadian. He lives about 5, what's his name? No. His name is Mark Yarnold. His book is called Your First Year in Network Marketing. This you must be remembering, I'm sure. But the face you must not be remembering. So I was trying every year calling him. I reached out to his home and I said, Mark, you have to give me only 1 hour. He said, why? I said, because I'm your student. A student should at least see his teacher. I'm seeing you in the internet, or you're giving all kind of, I want to learn something about this business. So from Vancouver, where I live, I drove 5 hours to a place called Kelowna, one of the beautiful place. He's close to 70. I mean, you can see that. But more important, what I want to stress upon is, he said, leaders are readers. Leaders are readers. Very, very important statement. You know how many books he reads per week? I was talking to his wife. I took my children also. Because, children have to get third-party credibility, somebody else to talk to, and they get impressed. So I took them also. I said, I'm bringing my children. He said, no problem. Instead of 1 hour, we stayed 3 hours in his house. And it was basically me interviewing him. I was asking him question after question after questions. I asked him the first question. Guess what was my question to Macchiano? Because a lot of people, they ask, how much you are earning, Mr. Lee? Is that the question most of the people ask you? Yes?
Many ask.
Many ask. I asked him, Mark, how was your business in the first 2-3 years? That was my first question. I told him that I'm coming with list of questions, because when I see you, maybe I will forget. So I have written it down. So that was my first question. You know what the answer he gave me? He said, I was a lousy networker. I could not talk. And do you know what is his background? He's a pastor. He was a priest. And priest knows how to talk, let me tell you that. They know to talk really very well. But when he came into the business, he said, I didn't know how to talk. I was a lousy networker, money-wise, no way close. Then the second question was, then what did you do? We were sitting in the living room overlooking a beautiful Okanagan river valley. It was very, very, very beautiful house he has got. If you want to see his house, you can just write House of Mark Yarnell in Google and you can see his house. He's got a swimming pool and all that. Of course, he's earning way, I know he's earning. Can you guess it? In ringgit, or is it US dollar? Over $1 million US dollar per month. $1 million US dollar per month. But the question again I asked was not the money. I said, how much time you are in the business? Now please listen to this thing very carefully as leaders. He said, it's 25 years. Same company, same product, same business. That's why I have reached to this spot. Not overnight. Some youngsters come to me and, who are leaders, I see them, but they are impatient, ambitious. You cannot have all that. So, what he was saying, he reads about one book per week. And I say that at least we should read one book per month, if not one book in 2 months. We spend so much of money in restaurants and here and there. To buy one book for maybe 40, 50 ringgit is not a problem. But imagine all his life, that writer who has written the book on personal growth or business or whatever, he has put it in that. It is not worth 40 dirham, it should be worth maybe 4,000 ringgit, not 40 ringgit or 50 ringgit. That is the cost of the book over here. A good book, maybe 70 ringgit or 100 ringgit. So you can imagine this is just one side of his. So from the living room he said, come to my office. So this is his office, one side. And he's got a basement full of books. He said, whatever I have become is because of the knowledge of these people who have written these books. All right. Leaders teach new distributors to be a good distributors by teaching and training. So number one is all about products. I'm not going to go too much deep into it. You have to know yourself and be a product of the product and teach that person what the product is. 2 things, more important. What are the things that you have to say about the product? You don't have to go into the history of Gyanodharma, Lucidum and Dr. Lim. No. Just you have to talk about Ganoderma lucidum, the benefit, one, and how to use it, two. That's it. Everybody with me? Yes. Everybody sure? Yes. So can we have a little clap of hand just to get the blood inside, not for me, you're doing it for yourself also. Just to get it, or wake somebody else up who's just maybe dozing off a little bit. You had a very good lunch, I think, very delicious. And then after my lecture, you'll have a very nice buffet dinner also. So all about the product, of course, the benefit you have to talk, and the other thing is the how to use it. Is it difficult? Not at all. Second thing is about the company. And you are so lucky people, you are in Malaysia. So you can well imagine we are on the other side of the world. And we are talking about the company by showing the CD only. You are so lucky you can go to Jitra in just few hours drive. About the marketing plan. It's all about the market, because a lot of people, they are doing the business and they still don't know what is marketing plan. They have not even bought that small booklet, which is costing maybe 2 or 3 ringgit. They think that, they have joined, so they will start earning money. Earning money, you have to struggle. You have to know the basic thing. Loyalty with DXN. I mean, I'm much younger as far as the DXN is concerned, but age-wise, I'm sure a little older than Mr. Lee. Loyalty has to come again from within. You cannot be loyal with 2 companies. Oh, I'll do DXN also and I'll do that also, and I'll earn from both of them. That's not called loyalty. You can use the product. If you like the product, okay, you use it, no problem. You can have a cocktail of all the products from 5 different companies. But talk about only DXN. That is called loyalty. And the meaning of Daxan or Daisan is trust and loyalty. You have to know about the network and business, MLM. You have to be positive. Of course, the mind has to be opened up. Okay? And you have to have a lot of people, sponsor people, for sure. And this is the part where people start talking. You have 300 or 3,000 PV over here? 300. Okay, just like in Dubai. So people say, how can I do 300 PV? I'm alone, I'm single. So I said, are you alone without any friends, relatives, father, mother, brothers, sisters? He said, no, I haven't got all that. I said, if you got all that, then talk to them and make them consumer or make them retailer. And of course, to your father and mother, gift them. The best thing is to gift and make sure that they are healthy. Everybody wants their father and mother to be healthy or not? Yes. If they are alive, of course. If they are dead, you cannot have them take RGG, not possible. But to your wife and children, for sure. And if you are a grandmother or a grandfather, then to your grandchildren. So doing 300 PV, people say that that's a problem. I don't know, is the problem the same here in Malaysia? Some people say 300 PVs are very difficult. For Lee, you can do 3,000, I know that. I'm talking about the normal people. Those who are Star Ruby, for example. How many Star Ruby, please raise your hand? Star Ruby. So, you are the future Crown Ambassador or whatever. So you are a Star Ruby, make more Star Rubies. And doing 300 PV, in some companies, you cannot join till you do 1,000 PV. I don't know if those companies are here or not, but I know when I go to Canada, they say you cannot join till you don't retail the product. I said, I'm not a retail man, please. Because I go there just to, see the company, how they are doing it, how they teach the people. So whatever your concept of the business is, if you are talking about money, 300 PV is the bottom line. And doing 300 PV is not difficult, believe you me. If you are using the product and your family is using the product regularly, that is what is needed. And tell that person, you are so fortunate. Why? Because you got all the products of DXN. Imagine countries like Mexico, Hungary, how many products you have?
We have a wide range of products.
How many number? About 20 or 30?
About 20.
Like in Dubai, we have got 36 products. In Pakistan, we have got 16 products. And less than 10 products we have got in Mexico. You have more than 80 products. Right? 100 now? My God, imagine. So, can you tell that person who's your leader that you've been buying all this product? Do you know there's a Roselle syrup? He said, oh, what is that Roselle syrup? So you serve them a Roselle syrup. Give him one glass of free Roselle syrup. And then you will see, oh, he said, oh, this is very nice. I'm going to buy this thing. So every month the person should be buying one, whether he likes it or he doesn't like it. Because if somebody likes 3-in-1 and he is not a black coffee drinker, so you are forcing him, but he or she should finish one box at least. It is not necessary the taste of the product, you like it, all of them at one time. But you should be using that particular product, whatever is new or old one. So tell that person, whatever you have been buying, buy one new product every month. One new product every month. One new product every month. 300 PV will become 1300 PV for sure. All right, build your group, of course. That is what we keep on talking about. And the last thing is, whatever you are, you duplicate yourself and try to make the other person better than you, not just equal to you. So these are just the basic things. I'm sure a lot of people have been talking about. This is purely DXN, not leadership, how to attract them and all that. Some earn $50 and some earn $50,000 in our business. Right? Same product, same company, same founder, same marketing plan, same everything. So where is the difference? Where is the difference? If some people are earning 50 ringgit and some are earning 50,000 ringgit, where is the difference? The person is, I'm having the same product, the same DXN, but I'm earning only 50 ringgit maybe, and the other person is earning 50,000 ringgit. So where is the difference? Who can answer? Come again? Action. Quality. Quick. You are all leaders. Just raise your hand and. Desire. What did you say? Acquire? All right. Decision.
Is the attitude problem?
Attitude, activity, action. What about the ladies this side?
You have to duplicate.
You have to duplicate. The answer to that question is, the difference between a leader and a non-leader is only few inches between the 2 years, what they have. inside. How they think, the mindset. You see, everything starts from here. All that you have said is afterward. Let me give you another very practical example. How you think is what word will come out. And the words which will come out will give you that action. And that action is going to give the result. If the result is 50 ringgit, then you have to go back and see why the action that I'm doing is giving me that 50 ringgit. It's because of the words, what we are talking. Or if it is not word, for sure, it is the way we are thinking about the business. Because, let me tell you, I had that same problem. I'm not the way I was 8 years back when I joined EXN. Because I worked for 30 years, I had been programmed as a jobber. Can you see? I cannot think like a business person. That's where the main problem is. So you have to break that jinx. You have to break that shackle and come out. When you are working, all those people who raise your hand, who are working, you keep on working. You don't resign tomorrow after this leadership camp and then you're on the street and your wife is with the stick. We don't want that. I want you to get more money than what you are getting in your job and then resign. That is the time. So, how you think as a business person, and I call it more, we are the new entrepreneurs or the new professionals. The book written by Dr. Charles King. Please read that book. He wrote about 10 years back, but it is still worth reading it. The new professionals. If you go, I'm going to put it in my blog spot too. So it's a few inches between the ears, is called brain. And if you think like a leader, you'll get the leader's result. If you think like a follower or just a member, or I have to retail product, I have to sell 100 coffee or 1,000 coffee, then you are a retailer. This is a very, very important point. You cannot change, but you can show the person that in order to be successful in DXN business, he has to change his mindset and show examples, and you have to work upon that person for a long time. It doesn't happen overnight. Nobody becomes big. Work more on you. Now I'm talking about particularly even if you are a crown diamond or a double diamond or a senior diamond. Question is, how do you increase your average income to an above average income? Is you have to become above average by working on you. And this is a beautiful part. Please write it down. To have more, you have to give more. To become more. That's a beautiful sentence. It's all about more. So you want to have more. It's not again money. It's respect. It is love. It is much more than that. So you have to give more. You see, when we are giving, I'm going to talk more about that tomorrow. This is a topic of giving. Do you give only in money? If somebody is giving you some knowledge, who's your teacher in school, who was really good, you still remember the name of that teacher. Right or wrong?
Yes.
School teacher. I don't know how many people still remember you, Mr. Lee, when you were a teacher. But for sure, when you go out to them, they look at you with some, that love, that when we were small, he used to teach, and now. So, to give more, then only, we want to become more without these two. Not possible. You have to give more and more and more. How do you find a leader? I mean, how do you test a leader? That this is a leader and this is not a leader. Have you ever done a leader's test with your people who are diamond, even who are double diamond also? How many people have done it? Just raise your hand, please. Let me see how many people have done a leader's test. Oh, that leader is very good because, he's doing 30,000 PV or 300,000 PV. Oh, he's a good leader. Because from him I'm getting maybe $3,000. But of course, they have come to a certain level, but new people who are joining your team, how do you find that leader's quality and all that is that you give them a book or a CD or a DVD to read or listen, and then you give them a time frame, say 15 days. Because you don't have time to be with that person for a longer time. 15 months. You cannot waste that much of time. So, when you give any material, tell them that this is a borrowed, I'm, giving it out to you, you're borrowing it. I'm not giving it to you as a gift. Because this is a book and this is a DVD or a CD, and I would like you to give it to me back after 15 days. You only give it to those people who are asking a lot of questions. That is first sign. But then you try to test that person now. You don't give out your book like last week I bought the book called The New Wellness Revolution. How many people have read this book or got that book? Please raise your hand again. The New Wellness Revolution. Only Jane. If you have not bought that book, I would strongly recommend that you don't have any blackboard or anything? Alright. So anybody can write it down. The New Wellness Revolution. Jane, thank you very much. God bless you. This book, I tell to my student, this is a must book for our industry. This is not, something which people... The New Wellness Revolution by Paul Zane Pilzer. He was with the two presidents of the United States. I've got his DVD. If I get time tomorrow, I'm going to show his DVD to you also. Write the name of the author. That is very important. Paul Zane Pilzer. Paul Zane Pilzer. I'm sure it is in the Malay language also. It has been translated in many. The Wellness Revolution he wrote about 10 years back. And this one he wrote 2007, 2008. And in that he has added the direct selling industry. That's what he has done. And he was with the two presidents of the United States as an advisor. He's not an ordinary man. So, this leader's test, when you give them, so after 15 days, that guy says, oh, I didn't get any time. Is he a leader?
No.
Not at all. Get the book back from him. Quickly. Don't even give it, leave that book for a day. Say, please, I need the book back. Because you will never have time. When you have time, I will see if the book is spared to give it to be back or not. The other person says that, takes it but does not read it or listen. Again, it's the same category. But some people, they say it right there and then that, look here, Miss Jane, I don't have any time to read the book. I'm so busy, And nowadays, the cricket match is going on. Those who are cricket fans. So for them, it's life and death. The cricket, those people play for whole day, from morning till night, for 1 month. In Malaysia, you have got cricket team? You have it? Alright, so get back to you before 15 days. Now, that is the person that you're looking for. You give them something, and within 3, 4, 5 days, he calls. He says, Mr. Lee, chapter 3, it is talking about this. I did not understand that. Now, he is joined in your team. And now he is curious to know more. He did not understand certain things, and now you go to him or you call him or whatever you want to do. That is the leader's test. Now, these are not my ideas, let me tell you. These are the ideas from some of the Harvard Business School books or reviews that I've read, and from there I just got some of these very, very important points. So you want to test your leader who has become a member or who wants to become a leader, and he's got a lot of questions. Test him right there. He said, you've been asking a lot of questions, but you don't have time. And what do you mean by that? So number 4 is very interesting. Now, till number 3 is okay. Injection, inoculation. The children get it and they start crying and all that. You give them an injection, not the physical injection like Jane used to give. We have got some nurses also. How many nurses we have from the medical profession? We have got 1, we have got 2, we have got 3. So I'm sure you're not giving any more injections to the people now. But in DXN, how do we inject to these people? We inject them with a certain challenges, problems, and we find out how do they come out of those challenges, what solution do they give. Now this is, because you've got a vast experience, you're leaders, right? And now these are the areas. For example, you ask Ali, how would you talk to your brother? And he says, whatever, I'll just go ahead and talk like that, this. So there you are teaching that person. Or you say, Moranzyme is not available. He's a member. Moranzyme is not available, and people say, Mr. Ghani, Moranzyme is not available. I said, you go ahead and you want to get benefit. Moranzy is there. Go ahead and use it. It's just that it is more sweet and this is not sweet. That is the only difference. So you tell them that if there is no product, if there is no such thing, what would you do? Let him think. Tell him, okay, come back to me after 1 day. If you don't have the answer, come back after 1 day. All right, some networkers build leaders. Others are very busy. Is this true? I'll repeat, some networkers or DXN people build leaders, like the gentleman said, quality people, and others are very, very busy. From morning till night, 8 hours, 10 hours they are working. And this is one of the questions I asked Mark Yanel. How many hours do you work? Do you know what did he say? He said, initially, of course, I worked hard for the first, 5, 6, 7 years. Now, I'm still working, only 2 hours. And the rest is, he's reading, enjoying, he does hang gliding, paragliding. You have paragliding here in Malaysia? He's one of the best paragliders, 70 years old. So, don't just be busy and not getting the result. If you're not getting the result, go to your upline leader. And you have wonderful people over here, right from north to south. And everybody is there to help. That is the beautiful thing about DXN is people are helping even if they are not in their team. They are leaders. You need not only help your people, you help the cross-line people. And maybe upline also sometime. Because they say, oh my God, that guy has become a crown diamond and I'm still a star agent. Now is the time to work. Mr. Lee is laughing. He's having a similar thing. All right, because it happens. I'm telling you. So help people. Okay. With my Air Force and engineering background, what I've done is I just selected few of them. I'm sure today is the first day, so you would like to chill out a little bit. So I will just take few more minutes. When I say hours, everybody will get out of this room. Can you see this person? And can you see this person? I took it out from a calendar. Who is this person? And who is this person? This man is looking at himself. And please read the wordings which is there. When a man overcomes all fear to stand alone and look at his opponent in the eye, he is ready to assume the mantle of leadership. Basically, fear. Anybody can give me the definition of fear? False evidence appearing real. I'm going to talk maybe more tomorrow, give you the examples, what we do with our children. So this fear is not letting you go ahead. Oh, what will my boss say? Oh, what if I start talking about the toothpaste? They'll say, you are such a highly qualified person and you're selling toothpaste? It happened with me, let me tell you that. My friends, he said, you are an aerospace engineer training pilots and you are now doing all this soap and this business? So I just gave a real smirky laugh. I just laughed at it. I said, look here, Mr. So-and-so, after a few years, you will still be here and making your boss happy. And I'll be out of this place. And I'll be a free man. So such people motivated me rather than demotivating me. So I was working to make sure I proved them wrong. So you have to do it to yourself when you decide to resign from your job. So please always have your spouse, also in that decision. Don't ever resign on your own. Otherwise, I've seen a lot of people having real problem. So make sure your wife or your husband, those women who are doing, the husband should be on board. The wives have to be on board too. So self-motivation and then motivating others. Self-motivation is important or not? Important? What did I say in the beginning about motivation? Can I motivate you? I cannot. I can for few minutes, for few hours, maybe 1 or 2 days. When Mr. Lee comes, I get motivated. When I saw him first time in Paris, he was giving a real first time. I said, oh, this man is from Malaysia and he's really, firing it up. Because his speech is really motivating people. But then, what Zig Ziglar says, I'm sure you know this man, Zig Ziglar, old man now. But what does he say about motivation? Motivation is like taking a bath. Every day. Every day. Do you take bath every day? Some people, they don't. And when they are in the lift, people are going away from them. Right or wrong? Even if they spray, they smell. So the thing is that motivation is something which you have to, there's a vision card which I'm going to talk tomorrow. There you have to be motivated yourself. You have to motivate yourself. And then get some guidance from these great people who are already inside it. So what is the way that you should go about with sponsoring? This is very important. If I cannot motivate you, right? Cameraman, what's your name? Kevin. If I cannot motivate you and I see you maybe in the street or you are my friend and I see you now really motivated. Now what I do is I talk about DXN to you. I'm talking to Kevin now, and I say that I've been with a company and I'm doing my own business and it has made me a free man. And Kevin says, I would like to, be part of it also. Because, I don't like the job. I'm working 12 hours and 10 hours and 2 hours going, 2 hours coming. I stay outside KL. So I see that motivation in him. Now what I do is, I get him on board and keep him motivated. His why has to be very strong. Now I don't want him to get demotivated. This is easier. You agree on that? Get a motivated person. How do you see a motivated person? He asks a lot of questions. The way he dresses up, the way he talks, the way he walks. All that is part of the motivation in a person. You don't want to get a dead person in your team. He'll be a drag for you, a drag for everybody, a negative person. Make him as a consumer and try to keep him away from the office also. Because the moment he comes to your office, he is going to, maybe poison about 10 more people. Don't tell him where is the office. He said, I'm going to get you the product. Don't go to the PG. Somewhere, say somewhere else the office is. I make sure that they do not get demotivated. This is easier. Okay? Responsibilities. Now leaders, do you have responsibilities? I watch, when you are in DXN, you are yourself so much occupied. So everything is DXN. And sometime my children said, Baba, you have to see movies. And my youngest son took me to this movie and everybody has seen this movie? I'm sure if you have not seen, but please read this dialogue which was there in that movie. And this was put up by my son, not me. With great power comes great responsibilities. If I become a crown diamond, I've got more responsibility now. 10 diamonds, under them, they have got so many star rubies and star agents. I have to take care of all of them, all those babies. Mothers and some fathers, not all fathers. Why I'm saying is, mothers usually get up first the moment the baby cries. Father is still sleeping. Some fathers get up. I'm telling the truth because I'm from that type of father. But sometimes I used to also get up when my boys were small. So the responsibility, is there inside. And the more responsible you become, the higher you will go in your. Leaders take responsibilities, and whether you are a star agent, ruby, diamonds, how you handle and make them to the next level to become a leader. And leaders do not become leaders overnight. Once again, it takes time. It takes time. Am I right, Mr. Lee? It takes years.